Alright guys, welcome to day 4 of our quarantine WOD series. We just finished doing today's workout and it was a lot of fun, so if you guys haven't completed yet, check the video out and post the results on the app. Today's workout, we're going to be focusing a little more on gymnastics. For all the workouts during this series, I'm going to try to implement a lot of gymnastic movements. I feel it's going to be a great time to work on more of those difficult movements. Core protocol for today, we're going to be doing 3 times through 10 V-ups, 10 hollow rocks, 8 on each side dead bug crunch flows, and 45 seconds of a tall plank hold. Workout for the day. First, we're going to work with a lot of pistol squats progressions. First one, loaded 2-leg close stance squats on a tempo. The tempo is going to be 4 seconds on the way down. You're going to hold at the bottom for 4 seconds and then slow 4 seconds on the way up as well. Once you get to the top, you're going to go immediately back to 4 seconds. You don't stop at the top. 3 sets of 8. From there, we're going to be doing deck squats, 2 sets of 20. Chair pistols eccentric. From the top of the movement, you're going to be slowing yourself down until your glutes touch the bench. You don't have to slow yourself down on the way up, just immediately step back up, only work on the eccentric portion of the movement, which is on the way down. Partial pistols from a chair, so from the bottom of the position, meaning from sitting on the chair, you're going to work on just getting up. 3 sets of 10 on each leg. After that, the workout is going to be a little more on the higher intensity of things. Your heart rate is going to be really high up, different from yesterday's workout, where it was a very consistent pace for your heart rate the entire time. It's going to be 20 alternating pistols, immediately into 2 minutes of sprinting and 90% effort. You're going to sprint really hard for 2 minutes, immediately into 4 pistols as fast as possible. You're going to rest only for 30 seconds. You're going to repeat that sprint effort 10 times. And that's it for today. For the core protocol, guys, the first movement is the V-up. So the first thing is laying down on a yoga mat. I want you guys to be aware of what your lower back is doing. So you're going to use your own 4 fingers, a little feedback to see if your core is engaged. You're going to go ahead and place that behind your lower back, underneath it, and you're going to push your lower back against your fingers there. So once you see there is no gap there, there is no space created, it means you're doing this right. So you're going to be aware of keeping that engagement the entire time. If you have a hard time doing this in an overhead position, keep one hand there the whole time. See what that is doing. This is the most important thing to make sure your lower back is not taking a necessary amount of work and your core is actually engaging. So once you're aware of this, you're going to go ahead and bring your arms in overhead position. And the goal for this is your body to meet your toes and your fingers to meet in the middle. So go ahead, Joyce. 3 reps.
Nice.
Awesome. Next movement's a hollow rock, guys. So you're going to go ahead and go back to your engagement there. Fingers underneath your back, make sure you're engaged. You go over here so you get your feet off the ground. You're going to have your toes pointing away from you. And you're going to get your shoulder blades off the ground. So your arm is going to stay behind your ear, shoulder blades are off the ground, and your whole body is going to be this little cocoon position there, and you're not going to lose that. From there, you're just going to be aware of your mass, your center of gravity, and you're going to rock back and forth. Go ahead. And don't touch the floor right there. Keep your hands behind your ear. Okay, a way of making this a little easier if you have a hard time staying overhead is bring your arms down to the side of the body. So have the pointing out. Same thing, get your shoulder blades off the ground. Keep those pointing out, lower your legs a little bit. Get this off the floor and rock. So this is step 1 of a hollow rock. Much easier than the overhead ones. If you're still having a hard time performing this movement, go ahead and tuck your knees in. And now shoulder blades off the ground and rock. And this is the easiest way of performing this. So from here, you can get your legs out and keep this down, and then you can get the arms over for step 3 of this movement with the hardest one. After that, we have 8 on each side of a dead bug crunch flow. You're going to go ahead and assume that bug position. So you're going to have your knees line up to your hip here, the other leg's going to be completely straight. You're going to bring your arms to your ears there to the side, and you're going to bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Once you complete this movement, you're going to alternate sides. Make sure that the other leg is fully extended and the knees all the way to hip. And go ahead, Joyce. 8 reps on each side. The last movement of the core protocol is a tall plank position. So we're going to be on your hands on a plank. Make sure your shoulders are right above your wrist. Joyce is demonstrating from her fist position here. She has a hard time being on her hands due to computer time. If this is how it works for you, it's totally fine. Just make sure your arms are not too far overhead. It's a necessary amount of work. From here, squeeze your glutes. Keep your core engaged. Go ahead and raise your hip a little bit more. Right there. So you want to be this straight line through your body. So you're creating a bridge. And this is the foundation, and this is the other side of the foundation. Weakest point is right here in your hip. And then you're going to hold this position for 45 seconds. Every time you breathe in, brace your core and try to remain braced as you breathe out. Cool. Alright, first movement of the quarantine WOD is a loaded two-leg closed stance squats. It's going to be on a tempo. So you guys are going to go ahead and get a pair of light weights. You're going to hold this in a firm right position. So from a firm right position, guys, make sure your shoulder blades are nice and engaged. Don't let them round off with the weight. Make sure your core is nice and braced. From here, you're going to breathe in, brace your core, and you're going to descend in 4 seconds down. And go ahead, Joyce, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there, guys, make sure that your hip is lined up to your knee if you can. So see if you can bring yourself down a little more. Lower, right there, and up in 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Next one, we have a deck squat. So we're going to put your weights away. So for your deck squats, you're going to be facing that way, Joyce. You're going to go ahead and squat down, and you're going to roll back to the floor and bring yourself away. So for a deck squat, guys, you're going to go ahead and squat. You're going to assume the hollow position all the way down. You're going to roll back. You're going to keep the hollow position. Try to step close to your own glutes there and project your torso over your weight there, over your hip line. Go ahead, Joyce. And down and rotate. One more time. Perfect. Next movement, chair pistols, eccentrics. If you have a chair at home, if you have a couch, anything you have there, you're going to go ahead and stand in front of that. You're going to get one leg off the ground. You're going to keep your core braced. On that position, make sure that your feet is working well, meaning screw your heels into the ground, create a torque out, and push your big toe into the floor. So this rotates out, and big toe push down. It's going to help you guys grab the floor and stabilize a little better. Breathe in, brace your core, and go ahead and slow yourself down slowly. And that's the eccentric portion of the movement. And then go ahead, you can step together and just go back up naturally. Again. And slow squat. And step back, and up one more time. And slow squat. Step back and up. For the next movement, we have partial pistols from the chair. So this movement was starting at the top. Next one, we're going to start from the bottom. So from the seated position, then you get one leg up, and it's going to explode up. And step back together, and just sit normal, and explode. And back normal. Think about your glutes really firing up. So squeeze your glutes, propel your hip forward. Think about little guy behind you here pushing your hip up. That's what your glutes are doing. Cool? So after that, guys, the workout for the day, it's going to be 20 alternating pistol squats. From there, you're going to go immediately into 2 minutes of sprinting for 90% of your effort, immediately into 4 alternating pistol squats as fast as possible. So 10 on each leg, 2 minutes of sprints, and as fast as you can for 4 reps. You're going to repeat that 10 times. If you can't do your pistol squats yet, choose any one of the regressions progression we worked today. Just repeat that. If you can already try a pistol, try completing a full pistol squat.